Hello students, hope you all are healthy. I Anjali Patel once again welcome you all to my class, and this video is for class 7. Today we'll continue our chapter Significance of Democratic Government. Today we have to start our topic Principles of Democracy.
But students, before that, let's discuss the homework questions that I have given you in last class. And the first homework question was define universal adult franchise. And the answer is universal adult franchise means that the right to vote should be given to all adult 18 years or above citizens without the discrimination of caste, class, color, etc. Now, our next homework question was which is the best type of government? And the answer is democracy is the best type of government. There are a number of principles followed by a democracy that make it exceptional from other types of governments. Now, our third homework question. State any two features of a democratic government. And the answer is the two features of a democratic government are in a democratic government such as Indian government, the people are allowed to elect their representative through the process of voting. It is always responsive and responsible to the people and act in their welfare without discrimination.
So students, let's start the principles of democracy. With the studying of features of democracy, we already know that which is the best type of government. Democracy is the best type of government. Now let us study about the principles of democracy which makes it the best type of government. So let's start with the first feature principle of democracy, that is looking to human dignity. Now, a democratic government always keeps the dignity of the people in mind so that no person feels left out or discriminated in the society. Student, it is very important for a representative of a democratic government to maintain the dignity of the people. Means no person should be discriminated, all should be treated equally, because sometimes some individuals of society may have different beliefs and they think that they are superior than others, so they try to do some immoral activities, and this type of activities are not favorable for all the citizens of the country. So it is the duty of a democratic government to ignore this type of all activities, and only the activities which are in favor of all the citizens should be allowed. Students, now next one principle of democracy is political awareness. It is the duty of a democratic government to be responsive about its decisions. The meaning of political awareness is it is the most important feature or principle of a democratic government to be answerable about the decisions taken by them to the citizens of the country. The citizens that what steps or what planning is taken by the or doing by the government, or so they can fairly judge that the development plans are good for them or not. If they will not be aware of about the plans, how they will judge, and the ruling party will take any of the decisions whether it is in favor of all the citizens or not. So political awareness is very important principle of democracy. Now the next one principle of democracy, that allow public opinion. So the meaning of allow public opinion is The advantage of universal adult franchise is granted to the pupil so they can get an opportunity for an equal participation. Now, what is the advantage of universal adult franchise? Once again, I want to make you remember that universal adult franchise is the right to vote given to all the citizens, adult citizens. Adult citizens means the citizens who are of 18 or above 18 years to cast their vote so that they can choose the representative whoever they wants. And this advantage is granted to pupils so they can get an opportunity for an equal participation in the society, in the decision making of the government. Equal participation in the decision making. If the citizens will choose their own representative, who are they willing, then the number of problems will be solved. Means the representative will solve their problem in behalf of them, and in this way the opinion of all the citizens will be taken care by the representatives. Now our next one topic is social democracy. Now the key element of social democracy is equality. The most important feature of social democracy is equality. So students, in a democratic government, each and every citizen or each and every individual is equal before the law. Each and everyone is treated equally, whether belong to any caste, any creed, any religion, any race. We all the citizens are equal before the law. And the example of this equality is the universal adult franchise, which allow each and every adult of the citizen to cast their vote without asking for their religion, for their status, for their economic growth or something. Students, when the pupil have right to cast their vote, ultimately most of the problems solidifies there. Means most of the problems solved when they choose their own representative whoever they want by casting their vote. Now this is the democratic government which ensures that there should be equality and equal participation of every citizen in the decision making of the government, so that the decision taken by the government is in favor of each and every citizen and should not discriminate with any of the particular group or any of the particular society. Now students, our next topic is basis of equality. Equality, Samanta. So students, a democratic government is making sure that there should be equality and no discrimination in the society. But still some factors are there in the society which encourages discrimination, and example of such factors are caste and religion respectively. Now students, let us understand this with a case study that take place in United States of America. And students, colonial era, the British pupils or the people of America who were white in color were given more importance as compared to the people whose skin were black, and the white skin people were given more privilege, and the privilege were in form of education, voting right and immigration, many more, citizenship. So they were discriminated only because of color of their skin, and the black colored people were sold as slaves. They were treated as slaves. And one such example is when they traveled with bus, the black colored people were not allowed to sit, or they have to sit back in the bus because they were black in color. and with the passage of time it taken as a movement and the civil right movement. So in 1964 the Civil Right Act was made, and this gave the equal right to the black and white color people equally. So students, hope you understood the topic of today, and now I give some homework questions which you have to complete. Read the chapter and do your homework questions properly. Your homework questions are: